The following is a video representation of a speech that I wrote for my school's 2016 speech contest. I asked people with disabilities and disorders to send me videos of their experience with discrimination, so I thought it would be fitting to share the final project with you all. Now, without further ado, this is Project Ableism. A year ago, I could have cared less about the struggles of those with disabilities. That was before I was diagnosed with depression. A year ago, I didn't understand how someone with a disability could lead a normal life. That was before my psychiatrist told me that I most likely have Asperger's syndrome. A year ago, I was ignorant, but that was before I learned about ableism. Have you ever heard of ableism? Many of you viewers haven't, but don't panic, that's why I'm here. Ableism is a discrimination of those with disabilities. Sort of like racism, but instead of it being the 14% of African Americans being discriminated against, it's the 19% of disabled Americans. Imagine that you are one of those 56.7 million people. Maybe you are. You think like everyone else. You go through life like everyone else, maybe with a few adjustments, but you aren't treated like everyone else. You don't need to be in a wheelchair or have a prosthetic arm to be discriminated against. Ableism affects anyone whom society considers abnormal because of a mental and/or physical difference. But who specifically is affected?
Hi, my name's Evie and I'm albino.
My name is Kate and I have juvenile rheumatoid arthritis.
Hello, my name is Priscilla. I have pretty much everything that starts with D, and then ADD and ADHD.
My name is Lee and I have anxiety.
Hi, I'm Raspberry. Many people, including myself, often struggle with depression.
My name is Kitty. I have depression, anxiety, ADHD, asthma, and dyslexia.
My name is Lizzie. I'm in a wheelchair.
I'm a person, and I'm hard of hearing.
Now we get to a tougher question. Are you ableist? Probably, but you don't need to feel guilty. I can tell you that I definitely was, and I won't deny that I still am in many aspects. But I'm working on it, and so can you. How does one become less ableist, you ask? Well, first of all, why even is ableism such a big problem, anyways?
Ableism affects me because I sometimes get people saying, "Wow, you're really smart for a deaf person." Your intelligence is not based on whether you can hear, and just because I can't hear sometimes doesn't mean I don't have other ways to get the information.
People hurt myself, bruises, cuts, all of that stuff.
People call me an old person because apparently only old people can get arthritis.
And many people wish they were albino for the physical features, and that makes it really difficult to explain how serious it actually is.
People at my school think that anxiety is just this cute little disorder that, of course, everyone has because it's apparently the cool thing now.
And many people think it's for attention, and it makes it difficult for me to be taken seriously if I ask for help.
A lot of people at school bully me because of who I am, and then also a lot of people in society stereotype those with ADD and ADHD as those who can't sit still, and those with dyslexia as stupid or can't do certain activities such as read or learn a foreign language or spell, and that is just not true.
People having depression and they make it into something that makes you seem normal. People think dyslexia is a way of being smart.
And it also affects me when people make fun of my loyal sidekick, Candy the Cane.
I can't do most of the things that I love.
Also, when someone is asked to repeat themselves often, they say, "Are you deaf?" There's a big difference between not being able to hear because you physically can't and not being able to understand someone when it's too loud. So instead of saying that next time, just simply raise your voice.
And would also appreciate if people would just stop stereotyping us.
We must recognize the ableism in and around us. Let's focus on 2 ways that you can oppress a group: by treating them as unequal or by putting them on a pedestal. Most disabled people don't actually view their lives as being any more difficult due to their disability. It's the stigma that comes with it that creates the difficulties. As autistic author Naoki Higashida writes, "Autistic people are not viewed as able beings. This view makes us suffer. But you don't need to be violently discriminatory to be ableist. By trivializing disabilities with phrases such as, OMG, my mom keeps on telling me to clean my room, she's like so OCD, or ugh, I failed my math test, I'm so depressed. You make it harder for those of us who actually have that condition to be taken seriously. It is because of stigmas like this that many parents, including mine at first, mistake symptoms of depression for teenage angst. Instead, stick to adjectives that aren't as discriminatory. Feeling a little bipolar? Try moody. Nearly had a panic attack? Looks more like stage fright to me. Another problem is the fact that many hateful slurs are being normalized in people's everyday vernacular. How many times have you walked down the halls of your school only to hear someone yell, "Dude, you're so retarded"? Yes, it's just a word, but it's a word that encourages hate on anyone with a mental disability. So just as a general rule of thumb, if a word doesn't apply to you, then don't use it. Okay, hang on. After all this heavy content, I think we need to see something a little bit more positive. Take a look at this picture. Isn't this little girl so brave? How inspirational is it that even though she has a disability, she's still going through life like you and me? What a nice picture, right? Wrong. This type of image is known as, and please excuse my language, inspiration porn. An image marketed towards able-bodied individuals with the goal of using the disabled person as inspiration. Inspiration porn dehumanizes disabled people by following a common theme of if they can do it, then so can we. It also perpetrates the idea that for a disabled person to be seen as equal, they must do something brave. Not so positive anymore, is it? So maybe, the next time you see your aunt make a Facebook post about how inspirational it was that a teen took someone with autism to prom, call her out on it. Tell that loud kid in PE to stop saying the R word. Speak up when your friend jokingly calls someone psycho. Ableism is all around us, and it shouldn't take being diagnosed with depression for you to notice it. We can make the world a safer place for all the Abies and the Lizzies, and especially the people who don't want to be named out there. It just takes one person, you, to speak up when you see ableism. Will you? Thank you. I really hope that you take what has been said in this speech to heart and try to speak up when you see ableism around you. And also a big thank you to all of the lovely people who were so brave to send me in videos of the discrimination that they face. If you want more information on Project Ableism, which is something that I created, be sure to check out the Instagram page for it, and I'll probably start posting more frequently about how to stop ableism and how to be less ableist. Thank you.